$35,050. That is the exact amount this one singular client has paid me in around the last year or so, generating leads for their home improvement company. I basically run an agency that includes ads and AI in order to basically get home improvement contractors more work booked in their calendars. And if you don't believe me, this singular client of mine, let me just go maximum here. I have generated them over 701 leads for roof replacements. 701 leads. And I charge $50 per lead. 701 times 50 is exactly $35,050, which is exactly how much this client has made me. Now, in total, they have spent $35,000 on me and $26,000 on ads. So in total, this singular client has spent over $62,000 on my services alone. I bet you can't find any other people that are making videos on this stuff that can show you this tangible of a result. If this one singular client has spent $62,000 on my services alone, that is how you know I have a good product. So I want to just quickly do a quick case study type video and just kind of break down exactly what I'm doing for them and how I'm getting them this many leads, how my fulfillment structure works, and ultimately like how I'm able to charge this much money for my services, because I'm literally just sitting behind a computer running ads for them and having a little bit of a back-end process with AI, and that's all it takes to make these clients worth this much money for me. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be fully transparent and upfront with you. Not every client is worth this much, right? That's just the way it is. But this is one of those rare cases where this guy has paid me over $30,000. And this isn't like a big company either. This is a pretty small company running a pretty small budget of ads. I mean, I've got clients spending like 2 to 3 times that amount of budget. And this is just a really good example of the fact that you don't need a giant company to work with. But I do want to kind of break down exactly how I run these ads, how I use AI in the back end to actually fulfill for them. And I'm not just going to break down like a Miro board or like, just kind of explain stuff to you. I want to just show you. I think that's a little bit easier. So the first thing I want to show you is the actual ads that have gotten me these crazy results. Now, believe it or not, 90% of these results, over 400 of these leads, are coming from these simple video ads here. It's literally just a script of basic B-roll going over the fact that they've helped tons of families in the area. And because of that, they're not a big company and they focus on fair pricing where they don't charge a ton of overhead. This is kind of the philosophy and thought process that goes behind these ads. Because like if you run ads for a company, right, and you use AI or whatever you do or whatever service you provide, it's like all that matters at the end of the day is the company profiting from your service? Like, are they making a ton of money? And the truth is that these guys have gotten over 700 leads from this ad alike, as well as some other picture ads that I'll show you in a second here. And they have made so much money to justify spending $62K on a marketing company. Like, they had to have made at least 10 times that. And here's the crazy part about this, because I think so many people think they have to have these amazing ads that they're running for companies to get the most amount of leads. But the truth is that if you kind of position the company that you're working with the right way with its area, and you position it as like the local smaller company that provides good results but doesn't charge a lot because they're not a giant company, and if you can kind of position their offer in the right place in the market, especially for the right area, then you can find that you get the most insane results. Like literally, I have gotten 230 leads from this one image alone. I hope this is like a giant paradigm shift for you, because like it doesn't necessarily matter about how like you run the ads. The truth is that like a lot of people just are kind of scared to get in the door. Like a lot of homeowners they need new roof replacements and all this stuff, and they want the cheapest local company. But when your client actually goes to the door of like these homeowners and sells their services, that is their opportunity to push in and use their sales strategies to actually, charge high ticket and actually, put a ton of good roofs on houses. But for a lot of people, they just kind of need some push to get them in the door for that. And the best way that I've seen to do that is to have a super warm, friendly, and inviting ad that looks just like this, or that video ad as well, that kind of explains the fact that they have fair pricing. And the fact of the matter is, if a company is willing to spend $62K on my services and literally run these types of ads and have them be that profitable, then that's how you know it's a good service. But the important thing to keep in mind here is that it's not all about the ads. Like, yes, the ads are important, but to be fully transparent, a lot of it is what happens on the back end. Okay, and what happens basically is they go through this, ad, fill out a lead form, and that at the end of the lead form, simply go and forward themselves to a booking calendar that is connected directly to GoHighLevel, my GoHighLevel sub account, as well as their calendar, which can book a calendar full of inspections and estimates on their end, and all they have to do every day is just show up to the homeowner and basically just go to the inspection. Believe it or not, 30 to 40% of all of these leads, literally all 700 of these leads that are generated from this campaign, 30 to 40% of them booked appointments in right away, right from that calendar, which is the craziest part about all this, because that's a ton of selling opportunities. You know, if you want to have a really valuable service, I don't care whether you sell ads, AI, or like what I do, or you sell like chatbots or websites or whatever you sell in the agency, it doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is that if you have like a recurring revenue, right? A system where month to month, you can make thousands of dollars off of each of your clients. That is by far the most important thing out of any of it, right? And believe it or not, all it takes to have a really good service is to do something like this where you're running ads and then use AI chatbots on the back end to actually convert the people that don't book appointments into booked appointments. That is like the most simple breakdown of everything that I offer. And it's the reason why I'm able to charge thousands of dollars a month and make clients worth this much money. So like, I just want you to understand that if you are charging a simple AI solution like an AI chatbot or an AI widget or an automation using devs to do something or whatever, like that's not enough. Okay, it's not enough, because like when you go on the sales call with these guys, they're never going to close because there's no outcome. With this, there is an outcome. They are getting appointments and sit downs with homeowners at the kitchen table every single day because of these services. So if you want any chance at charging thousands of dollars a month, you know, for each client, because what's nice about this is that like I don't have 100 clients. To be fully transparent, I don't even have 30 clients. I have less than that, and all of those clients pay me so much that that's all that matters. I'm able to keep the profit, keep my team extremely lean, because I hear all these horror stories of agencies making $250K a month, but they're spending like $200K a month, right? It's like, what is the point of that? All it takes is 1 month to take all of that away. And if you can have a lean built service just like this, where you have a smaller amount of clients paying you a larger retainer through a pay per result offer, that's the best way to do it, right? I've got clients that literally auto bill pay per lead. Like I've got clients that I run ads for just like this. Every time that lead number goes up, $50 goes into my Stripe account every time. As you can see by the start of this video, like it's the most overpowered model, because like instead of like an Angie leads where they're paying hundreds of dollars per lead that don't even show up and also are shared between contractors, you are running a custom service for them, generating them more leads, charging less for them. It's like, yes, they're going to pay you a ton of money, especially if you can get them the outcome that's actually associated. I mean, the harsh truth is that like that is the only way to make clients worth this much. If you're just charging like a couple $1,000 for a website, like that's great, you know, it's great, but it's like super commoditized. And the fact is that like they don't pay you month to month for that. There's no maintenance. Like in the maintenance, does it make sense? This makes sense because I'm constantly testing new ads. I mean, if you guys look at this campaign, there is a ton of ad sets on here, because there were times when the leads, like when, you know, the cost per lead was too high. You know, like you start out a campaign and it's like, oh shit, it's getting $100 cost per lead. That's not good enough. Right? And then you keep testing more and more, and eventually you find one that's going to $30 cost per lead. And you're like, oh shit, we're good. You know, and that's all you have to do to run ads and build a good service. Just test more creatives. You know, I mean, this is the only way, in my experience, to make clients worth this much. I've had retainer models. I've had pay-per appointment clients. I've had pay-per-close and commission clients where they pay me 7% of the roofing job. But the truth is that these are the ones that are worth the most for me. The pay-per-lead clients. It's amazing. It's a great model. And I don't know about you, but ask anyone else to show them a singular client of theirs that has spent almost 6 figures on their services. I bet they can't do it. It's the power of the service. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found some value. I hope you could, like, you know, take pieces from this to, like, you know, prove your own service, make your clients worth more money. So yeah, appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.